this video, we're going to talk about the Golden Globes red carpet looks and how some of these looks will look on our body types. Okay, we're not celebrities, but welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. Let's see how each of these dresses will affect our body type. So let's start with Zendaya. This is one of my favorite looks. Zendaya doesn't do wrong to me, in my personal opinion. Chef's kiss. She's wearing this sunset type of orange. She has a brown hair. She has soft brown eyes. That tells me that she's an autumn, and oranges look amazing on her. She looks absolutely amazing. It's a sweetheart neckline. This is what you call like a sheath silhouette, but then it has the attached train on it, which of course like adds volume to her lower body. So as far as I know, Zendaya is a rectangle body type from what I can see. One of the things about rectangles that I feel like a lot of rectangle body type women underestimate about themselves. Rectangle body types is able to look great in a wide range of styles compared to the other body types, and that's why Zendaya always looks good. She has a rectangle body type and she has that elegance, she has a height to carry it. So yeah, I love this dress so much. The sweetheart neckline, the sheath silhouette, and then she has that train detail on the back. So this dress on the body types, so of course on rectangle it will work well. The sheath silhouette usually has like a waist defining detail that's like the dart on the center, so it curves the midsection, and then the sweetheart neckline also curves the upper body, and then that train detail adds volume to the lower body, so it adds curve to the rectangle body type. So they always look they look beautiful in this type of dress. Hourglass, this dress will also look great on an hourglass. It's fitted and it has that detail, which we know would add to the nice curving effect to the hourglass body. Inverted triangle, like I know sometimes inverted triangles feel like they can't wear like a fitted silhouette, but in order to be successful at breaking the rules, you have to understand the rules. With this dress, you have the sweetheart neckline, which curves the upper body, but because it's strapless, it doesn't really do much in narrowing the wider shoulders for the inverted triangle. But because it has that train attached to it, it adds volume to the lower body, which balances the inverted triangle body type. So inverted triangle could absolutely wear this dress and look amazing in it. For the pear body, the only reason why I said it wouldn't really work, depending on the pear, within each body type you have different types. So like for the pear body type, you kind of have like the neat type where they're like more on the smaller side, but in terms of their measurements, they're pear. So like a neat pear could absolutely wear this dress. But the more traditional pear, where their pear body shape is obvious, and if this particular pear body woman wants her body to look more balanced, then this dress won't help her to achieve that goal. This dress will add even more volume to her lower body, so it could be a hit or miss for the pear body. For the apple body, I would first say no, but in some instances it can work, because one, the sweetheart neckline look amazing on apple bodies, so that would add to the balancing for the apple body. But the train on the back will add volume to the lower body, which is another thing that the apple body wants, but the placement of it may add volume to the midsection depending on the angle. So if an apple body was on the red carpet wearing this dress, some of the angles would add volume to her midsection, so in that sense it wouldn't really, may or may not. And like I said, it depends on the type of apple. For example, Jada Pinkett Smith is considered an apple, but she's like a slender small apple, so she could wear this dress. So she's an apple, but it's not so much of like a full midsection. Selena Gomez's dress, very elegant. Just looking at her body, she looks like a rectangle. This dress has that waist seam, and waist seams, depending on the body type, tends to define the waist, because it's almost like putting an elastic band around the waist, so it doesn't actually move the physical waist, but visually. And then below the waist she has those small box pleat details which widens around her hip area, so it adds curves on her body. For the body type, it works well on rectangle. This dress is very simple and neat and slimming, but those small details add curves to the rectangle body. So this is like a perfect dress for the rectangle body. She's a rectangle, she look amazing. It has the off the shoulder neckline, so it widens the neckline, and then it has the waist seam which slightly narrows the waist, and then it has a box pleat right below the waist seam which adds volume around the hip area, so it widens the shoulder, then slims the waist, and then widens below the waist, so it creates that curving effect on the rectangle body type. So thumbs up for a rectangle body type. Rectangle body can wear this dress. Hourglass, it's not that it would look awful on the hourglass body, but I don't think that it would do the hourglass body justice. I would say like the placement of the waist seam, it's like right above the hip, and I feel like the waist definition on hourglass is best to happen in the middle of the waist as opposed to right above the hip, which is lower. Hourglass is a little bit more restricted to more fitted silhouette, and this dress it's not necessarily fitted. It just has the details that makes it look like it's fitted, but because of that, it can be a hit or miss where like the waist could be bigger on the hourglass body type. And so if an hourglass wears this dress, the waist will be a little bit too wide for the hourglass body type, and then it won't really highlight the hourglass body in the way that it should. I don't think this is like a first choice for an hourglass body to look her best on the red carpet. So I say no, maybe. Inverted triangle, I would say no. The off the shoulder widens the shoulder line. The details on the waist and below the waist could help the inverted triangle, but not enough, seeing that this dress has an off the shoulder. So it would just continue to highlight the inverted triangle body type. So it wouldn't really do the balancing that the inverted triangle strives for in theory. The pear body, no. Like the hourglass, the pear body needs stretch. I'll say the off the shoulder neckline will work well for the pear. The waist seam, the position of it, I don't think it would be in favor of the pear. And then the box pleats below the waist seam won't really help the pear achieve their goal in downplaying the wider hip while adding volume to the upper body. So my first instinct is to say no for the pear. Also, I think the skirting on this dress is too restricting for the pear. They usually need like either more free-flowing silhouette on the skirt or fitted. It's too much of a restricted box-like shape, and I feel like the pear would, one, feel uncomfortable, and two, just not feel or look their best. No for the pear. For the apple, yes, but also no. Depends. But I lean more towards yes for the apple. The off the shoulder neckline will help the apple body type. The waist seam can also help depending on the volume of the midsection on the particular apple body. And then also the box pleats below the waist will also help the apple body. So my first instinct is to say yes, but depending on the volume of the midsection of the particular apple body, it probably will not work. Sofia Vergara. So yeah, Sofia Vergara is an hourglass. She's a top hourglass, so that means she has more boobs than the rest of her body, but she still has the hourglass figure. This is a mermaid silhouette. The mermaid silhouette is chef's kiss on the hourglass. The dress is fitted from the shoulders to the knees, around the knee section, and then it flares out. You have that like nice fun detail. So that's the mermaid dress. It works on the hourglass. It hugs the body, and then it has that fun flirty detail at the end. Beautiful. Rectangle, yes. I feel like some rectangles might not like the strapless because it's square, so it further highlights the squareness because it's a straight line. But I feel like the rest of the dress will compensate for that possible ick. But that zigzag diagonal line around the waist, it adds curves to the waist, and it also defines it, so that would help the rectangle body. And then also the mermaid hem adds volume and interest to the lower body. For the inverted triangle can wear this dress. The strapless neckline may not do the broader shoulder justice, but that detail, that zigzag detail around the waist, will define the waist on the inverted triangle body. And most importantly, the mermaid hem adds volume and interest to the lower body. It pulls the eye down for the most part and distracts from the wider shoulders, and it also helps to define the waist. So yes, it works for the inverted triangle body type. For the pear, yes, like the hourglass, the pear needs a fitted bodies depending on the pear. I would say like the strapless neckline, it doesn't necessarily widens the shoulders, but it also doesn't narrow it. In this case, the strapless neckline may or may not work in their favor because of the hem. The hem to add volume to the lower body. So depending on the pear, she may not like it. If she feels like her hips are too wide and she wants to downplay, in this case it might not work. If the neckline was like a off the shoulder, I feel like it would balance it more. But I would say yes, a pear can wear it, but there are some pears who won't feel their best in it. So it's a yes, maybe. Apple, Yes, strapless also works well on apple bodies. That zigzag effect on the waist, in my head, I think it would help to slim the midsection, but I'm thinking like, if kind of wish, like for the apple's sake, I wish the dominant triangle there was the darker black. That waist detail, it may not downplay the midsection like I originally thought, but the strapless neckline, great for the apple, and the mermaid hem, great for the apple. Cate Blanchett. I found this dress interesting. It wasn't my favorite one. I felt like I needed to talk about this dress because I feel like it could only work on one body type. This is a very difficult dress to pull off. I think she pulled it off. I'm not able to tell what her body type is. She's very slim. I feel like she's in between rectangle, hourglass. For rectangle, yes, it works on a rectangle body type. The shoulders is like the dominant, more eye-catching aspect on this dress. It's a very high neckline. It looks like it has shoulder padding, and it has those embellishments on the shoulders, and then it has the draping on the bust to the waist, but the draping kind of goes slightly diagonal, so it adds curves to the upper body in that way. And then the skirting is a beautiful fit. I would say like this dress, I think it's tailored really well. So the skirting is fitted, it's kind of like in a bias cut, so that's like an elegant, it's a very flattering. So I would say yes, so it works for a rectangle. It broadens the shoulders, and then the draping kind of add curves to the midsection of the body and kind of slims it. It has the cinched defined waist, which makes the waist look smaller because the upper body is so billowy, and then the bias cut 13 also kind of adds a small but more flattering volume to the lower body. So in that case, it will work. For the hourglass, no. The shoulders on this dress will make the hourglass look like an inverted triangle, so no. The pear, the reason why I think it will work for the pear is the upper body, because the upper body of this dress adds volume to the wearer, so it will make the wearer's shoulders and upper body look bigger than it actually is, and that's what the pear needs in theory. But I feel like that billowing and draping effect on the bodies, I don't think it allows enough waist definition for the pear, and because the pear has a lot of hips, it may or may not work. So it's like the hips will kind of meet the width of the billowing of the top, so it could work because it does have that waist definition on it. The waist will still be defined on the pear. It would just be a really billowing dress on the pear body, but then fitted. It will be fitted on the lower body. I think it could work on the pear. It could be maybe not. I'll have to see it on. Inverted triangle, nope. Stay far. This is gonna piss the inverted triangle body off. It's gonna be like, what the fuck? It's gonna broaden the shoulder even more. It adds a lot of volume to the upper body, and then it doesn't add volume to the lower body. Not enough volume on the lower body for the inverted triangle, so no. The upper body, no. The billowing effect on the waist of this dress will add volume to the midsection on the upper body, and then the lower body doesn't add any volume, so this wouldn't do anything for the upper body type, so no. Elle fanning, I love this dress. This dress is so elegant. This is the ball gown silhouette. I like the leopard print detail on this chest. I feel like if it was one color, it would wash her out. Even though the coloring, I think, works for her, it was like a necessary detail, so the dress isn't too boring and washed out. Like, it definitely needed like a contrasting color or effect. Body types that this dress would look good on: rectangle, absolutely. The strapless neckline with that sweetheart, in addition to V-neck detail, you know, it adds a lot of volume and interest to the upper body. In addition to the leopard contrasting print, it pulls the eye up. So even though the dress is a ball gown, and usually the focus of a ball gown is the skirting, but that leopard print just pulls the eye up as well. Perfect for the rectangle. It adds volume and curves to the body. They look great. Like, the rectangle carries this dress beautifully. The inverted triangle, yes, it will add all the volume to the lower body that the inverted triangle body needs. The neckline definitely adds focus to the upper body, which in theory the inverted triangle tends to avoid, but because of the ball gown silhouette, I think it would compensate for that. So it would definitely work for the inverted triangle. Hourglass, yes. As an hourglass, yes, in theory you definitely can wear the ball gown, but me as a personally, I don't feel my best in a ball gown. But hourglass definitely can wear ball gown. Pear, yes. yes, maybe depends on the pair. If the particular pair body woman is like just frustrated with having a wider lower body compared to the rest of her body, she may reject the idea of a ball gown, because a ball gown volumizes the lower body, and because the pair lives in that, she wants a break from it. She's not going to want to do the ball gown. But in theory, yes, it works for the pair body type, especially with that neckline, the leopard print which pulls the eye up, the strapless sweetheart v-neck neckline. It does a lot to the upper body, so that would be in favor for the pair. For the upper body, yes. The neckline, the leopard print, it adds enough interest to the upper body to bring the eye upward and make the waist look smaller. The draping on the waist, it's in a diagonal effect. It slims the waist in that way because it's pulling the eye across in a very flattering way. It has that belt which helps to define the waist. If it's comfortable enough for the apple, it will work. Nicole Kidman, I love this look. This is like a bohemian look, and I love a bohemian style. I think it's just so usually have like a lot of fabric. It's very flowy and it just has that like goddess energy. It's like they took a sheet and it just draped it around her body, but in a good way. I love this dress. I would wear it. For Nicole Kidman's body type, she looks like a rectangle. What is the silhouette of this dress? I don't even know. I don't know what to call it, but I love it. How this dress will look on the body types. So for rectangle, of course, she's a rectangle. She looks amazing. So obviously this looks great on rectangle. And like I said earlier, rectangle can pull off a wide range of silhouettes, and this is one of them. Because this is like, this dress adds softness to the body because of the draping of it. There's no hard lines, just round soft lines, and it has that diagonal line right below the waist and onto the hips, so it obscures like the rectangle-ness or the straight squareness. It also has like asymmetrical neckline which breaks up the square shoulders and neckline, and then it has the drape in and flowing skirt which continues to add like softness and fluidity to the body. So this dress is very flattering and will be very flattering on the rectangle body type. For inverted triangle, yes, the asymmetrical neckline, yes, the draping fabric, it will just add softness to the body of the inverted triangle, and it will also add volume to the lower body of the inverted triangle, which is what the inverted triangle in theory wants. And the skirting, like I said earlier, like adds volume to the lower body of the inverted triangle body type. So yes, this will work well and look amazing on the inverted triangle. Hourglass. So this dress on hourglass body, I don't know. I want to say yes, I want to say no. I feel like it can be a hit or a miss on the hourglass body. I don't know. I love it. I am an hourglass. I would hope that I could pull this off, but I'm just not sure because I've tried on similar silhouettes to this and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. One of the main things is that the hourglass needs the waist to be defined. This dress does not define the waist, so that could be an issue for the hourglass body type. The neckline will work, the draping on the skirt will work, but I think a possible issue for the hourglass would be the undefined waist of the dress. It can make the hourglass look like she has a wider or bigger midsection than she actually does. It could make the hourglass look like she's pregnant. That tends to happen. So it could work, it may not work. I would hope it could work because I love this dress, but in terms of the theory, it may not work simply because of the undefined waist of the dress. I'm kind of leaning towards no, but I love it, and that makes me sad because I love this dress. Pear is the same thing. The pear needs the waist to be defined, and this dress does not define the waist or highlight a defined waist. So it will, like on the hourglass and on the pear where they have smaller waists, it will make the waist look bigger than it actually is and wouldn't really do it any justice. For the apple, it's like it could minimize the wider midsection or it could highlight it. It could go either way for the apple depending on the volume of the midsection. It depends. One of the main goals for the apple is to make the waist look smaller than it actually is, and I don't think this silhouette will help to do that. So I'm gonna lean towards no. If you saw a dress or a look on this red carpet that you were curious to know how it would look on each of the body types, just comment it and I'll create a short talking about that look and how it would look on the body types. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Mwah.